We're nearly there. It is indeed awards time, and that coveted rainbow jersey, which Remco Evenepoel practically owns, for goodness sake, when it comes to time trial. Let's indeed see what the elite men's road race brings us, of course, next weekend as well. We also have the women's on Saturday, which is going to be equally hard fought for in spectacular terrain. In fact, some of the climbs that we've been dealing with form part of the course.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. And it was interesting that Remco Evenepoel straight away talking about more targets, wasn't he? And that's what we've come to expect from him as a rider. We know that's why he is so good at what he does, because he's able to absorb and appreciate what he's achieved. But then it's like, right, I want even more.
Very much. But yeah, we've got the road races coming up, and just taking a look back now at that ride that we've just had the absolute joy of watching.
Well, he has a gold leaf covered helmet, and the extra weight didn't seem to be a burden to him at all. This was a 24-carat performance by one of the true greats of cycling, and certainly one of the greatest ever time trialists. That in the green is Tadej Pogačar that Remco Evenepoel has found after they started 2.5 minutes apart. That is something that many people will remember for the rest of their lives, and this man will certainly record as one of the greatest moments in his cycling career, no matter what he goes on to achieve. This has been special.
Look at that. Talking of special, it's not just job done, is it, in a scenario like that? There's so much at play there in the conviction in which he won that, and the fact that it was the third consecutive, and now he's already talking about the fourth.
And Vilda's going to share the podium with him, an old mate from their junior days as well. How lovely is that? They'll be looking at each other across at the podium and just thinking, days like this, they don't come around very often.
And again, I know every rider's different, but you've got to hope that they can really absorb and appreciate that moment, because it's so special. But I think so many riders go from target to target, constantly move that goalpost. You want to see riders just absolutely soaking in this for everything that it is right here and right now, and I think Remco will do that.
I'm a hero stadium, almost. I'm a horo. But it's our backdrop for the jersey presentation. And just look at the fans who've made the trip here. I think most of Belgium are over.
We saw some good fan clubs out on the road, didn't we? But it's been a pleasure to see that all day. And as I say, this is only the start. It's set to continue, and we knew there'd be a lot of interest here for these World Championships. But
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awards ceremony of the 2025 UCI Road World Championships in Kigali. Mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue à la cérémonie protocolaire de championnat du monde route UCI 2025 à Kigali.
Ikaze kuri mwese muteraniye hano, tubaha ikaze mu birori byo gutanga ibihembo ku bakinnyi bitwaye neza muri shampiyona y'isi y'amagare y'ibihumbi 2025 UCI Road World Championships iri gukinirwa ahangaha i Kigali.
Award ceremony of the 2025 UCI Road World Championships, Man Elite Individual Time Trial. Cérémonie protocolaire de championnat du monde route UCI 2025. Contre-la-montre individuelle homme élite.
muri uyu mwanya tugiye guhemba abatsinze muri shampiyona y'isi y'amagare mu 2025 mu bagabo bakina individual time trial ITT.
The medals and jersey will be presented by Mr. Tony Mitchell, UCI Management Committee member. Les médailles et le maillot seront remis par Monsieur Tony Mitchell, membre du comité directeur de l'UCI.
Imidari n'imyambaro igenerwa abatsinze igiye gutangwa na Bwana Tony Mitchell, umwe mu bagize komite nyobozi ya UCI.
In third place and winner of the bronze medal representing Belgium. À la troisième place, et vainqueur de la médaille de bronze représentant la Belgique.
Ku mwanya wa gatatu n'umudari w'umuringa yegukanywe n'umukinnyi ukinira ikipe ya Belgique,
Ilan van Wilder.
What a spectacular performance, getting himself a bronze, or I like to call it a rose gold medal. This is wonderful. He's even had time to do his hair. How fabulous for Belgium to have two on the podium.
Really important, isn't it? What a moment for them. And we did not know how this top three was going to look. What a race.
ku mwanya wa kabiri n'umudari wa feza yegukanywe n'umukinnyi ukinira Australia,
Jay Wine, I think he's actually going to have a tipple tonight. He's allowed. What a performance. There it is. Should we call it platinum? That was great, wasn't it?
He was just brilliant today, and I think you could just see that from his demeanour. Every time the camera cut in to a close-up shot of his face, you could see just how much he had in the tank, how calm he was.
Representing Belgium. À la première place, champion du monde UCI et gagnant de la médaille d'or représentant la Belgique.
shampiyona y'isi y'amagare n'umudari wa zahabu yegukanywe n'umukinnyi ukinira Ububirigi ariwe
Mr. Hattrick Remco Evenepoel.
Mr. Hattrick, indeed. I think there's a T-shirt to be had. Before that, the most important jersey, to my mind, in the world of sport, and certainly to this man's mind as well. He gets a gold medal, but he also gets the rainbow bands for the third time in a row. That is absolutely exceptional.
It truly is, and I was so intrigued to hear what he was going to say in that interview straight after his third victory in this race, because you can only imagine what goes through the mind of someone with this level of talent, this ability to deliver. I can't comprehend it. The moment you know you've done it again, and you've not just done it, you've overtaken Pogacar, and you've got such a clear margin to play with.
Well, there's a few other goodies to be handed out as well. The Minister of Sport is here with the goodie bags. I'd love to know what's in them. Something very, very special, I imagine, for what has been an amazing opening day of this, the UCI Road World Championships 2025, for the first time in Africa.
And now the Tissot watch will be presented by Mr. Tony Mitchell, UCI Management Committee member. La montre Tissot sera présentée par Monsieur Tony Mitchell, membre du comité directeur de l'UCI.
impano y'isaha ikorwa n'uruganda Tissot igiye gutangwa na Bwana Tony Mitchell, umwe mu bagize komite nyobozi ya UCI.
Well, you get a watch as well. Great timekeepers for us in our sport. We thank Tissot, and indeed we thank Remco Evenepoel for a spectacular performance and a great deal of entertainment. And the smile says it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of our new UCI World Champion, we present the national anthem of Belgium. Mesdames et messieurs, Au l'honneur de notre nouveau champion du monde du CI, nous vous présentons l'hymne national de la Belgique.
mudufashe nanone gushimira wegukanye shampiyona y'isi y'amagare mu gukomeza kumuha icyubahiro twese duhaguruke mu gihe haririmbwa indirimbo yubahiriza igihugu cye cy'Ububiligi.
Well, Belgium is a country that many regard as the crucible of the world of cycling. And burning white hot is indeed the performances, constantly it seems, of the great entertainer, Remco Evenepoel. What a podium, and what a day of racing we have had. Thank you, Kigali. Thank you, Rwanda. Thank you, Africa. And thank you, of course, to the UCI for these amazing championships. And I guess, most of all, you have to thank our winners, our world champions. Absolutely magnificent. What it takes to achieve this greatness is not just about the individual rider. It's about everyone associated with them. And, of course, the world of cycling itself.
What a phenomenal first day here in Kigali. And the competition will continue tomorrow morning already, 10:30, with under 23 individual time trial, women, and will continue in the afternoon, 1:30, under 23 in individual time trial, men.
Ku munsi w'ejo rero irushanwa rizakomeza mu gitondo mu batarengeje imyaka 23 mu bagore nibo bazakina mu gihe mu bagabo bazakina nimugoroba aribo nabo batarengeje imyaka 23 mu bagabo ariko ntihagire ugenda dufite DJ Brian mu kanya gato araza gusesekara ahangaha. Mwakoze cyane, thank you so much, merci beaucoup.
Well, he's now got the near burden, of course, of doing all the media engagements that are going to be expected of him. He'll be straight off to the press corps after he's signed the jerseys. But let's reflect on what's been a fabulous day, Rebecca. We had a wonderful winner of the women's race, which I think we can now give you. Spoiler alert, if you are still to watch that race, it's time to indeed mute the sound right now. But two great world champions we have we not?
Oh, it's just been everything we hoped for and more, hasn't it? Harlan Reusser, just, again, I think we've just had such two dominant wins. I think that's really been the story of the day, is we expected unpredictability. We thought we knew who the favourites were. That switched around a little bit throughout the day. But yeah, I think ultimately Reusser and Evenepoel just delivered what we knew they had the potential to do. And they did it with a margin and with conviction. And I think also what we have to take away from today is the amount of riders that got the biggest opportunities of their lives today, and also every single person lining the road celebrating this sport, and not just this sport, but what this means for Africa to have these championships.
Congratulations to Remco Evenepoel. And a first sign of fallibility in Tadej Pogačar? He has been such a dominant force for such a long time, and for him to come here and be beaten out of the medals is something unexpected, I think it's fair to say. What we can expect from Remco Evenepoel is potentially a rejuvenation of his vim and vigour. He signed for Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, of course, for next year, having left Soudal Quickstep. Maybe he will find it within himself to indeed deliver when it comes to another Grand Tour. Champion of La Vuelta, of course, a couple of years ago. Multiple world champion, as you well know. World Road Race champion in 2022. And now 3 times consecutively time trial champion. He's done a lot, Remco Evenepoel. In any other era, he would be the man. Well, today he certainly is, in so many ways. It's a joy to see him winning in such a flamboyant fashion.
Flamboyant is a really good word for it as well, because I felt like he went out there and he owned it, didn't he? And he delights and entertains with every pedal stroke. He just manoeuvres the bike in a way that is, it's pretty unique to watch, isn't it? But to your point on switching teams, it's something I talk about a lot with riders,
because it can make such a difference. And as you say, we're talking about a rider that's winning this big in consecutive years and doing everything that he's delivered in the sport. But he knows he wants more. There is more. And I think for Marlen Reusser is a textbook example of what can happen when you switch teams. And she's had such belief around her, and interesting times for both of these riders.
The third one. But would you say that today was one of your best performances on a TT bike?
Honestly, yeah, I think so. Like I said before, it's the kind of TT I actually like, because it's short parts of really high power and then some parts recovery, so it's completely different than my 2 previous titles. So I think in a one-day TT must have been one of the best. So I mean, if you win, it's always a good performance, so I cannot complain today.
You went flat out from start to finish. At the first time check, you had a 44-second advantage already. I mean, it was flat out all the time.
Let's say until after 7K, I started to push really hard. We had our own time checks as well after 6.5, and then on the top of Péage. So I knew already that on the first roundabout I had like 15 seconds advantage on the second one. So it has been a good TT, a very good pacing plan, and in the end I was quite on the limit after the cobbles, but in the end I made a gap already before, so it doesn't matter that I lost a bit of time in the end, but just very happy with the overall result.
You make history. You make also history because you are the first to win on African soil. What was the atmosphere like on the course?
Yeah, pretty special. I think especially coming close to the finish line, the atmosphere was rising. So and then on the finish line it was like madness. So I can only be happy and proud to be the first one to win here. So I'm gonna enjoy it with the team tonight, and of course we need to refocus quickly for next week as well. But of course today we will enjoy and celebrate it a bit.
Merci à toi.
Well, he takes it in stride, doesn't he? Don't forget, the programme goes on. The women's under-23 individual time trial is, of course, tomorrow, Monday. There will be the men's under-23 as well, so it's your chance to actually enjoy, I guess, the thrill of seeing the youngsters, the future, having a go. So Baxter is involved, incidentally. I think she's a shoo-in for the women's title, but we can't take anything for granted, as we found out today.
We absolutely cannot, but it has been interesting to see who's fielding squads here and for what races, and we do have a very handy under-23 squad for Great Britain. Zoe Barrowstead is remarkable though, another rider that works tirelessly day in, day out for others and does so much work as a teammate, but we know her palmarès has been so impressive at such a young age, and she's also just an absolute joy off the bike.
There you go. So yet more to come. Sadly, it won't be us that are indeed calling your race tomorrow. We would have loved it because we loved today, didn't we? Long day, but a really enthralling.
Really, really good day. It just didn't look like Jay Vine ever really troubled himself with the effort there. He just looked so calm in his face throughout. A bit of a contrast.
Yeah, he is a model of serenity.
That's the right word, serenity.